including discussions about that $400 million plane.
Yeah, the plane is the one that's going to dog him when he's in Qatar. He's doubled down on why he would be a fool not to take a plane like this, and somebody else can pay for it. But it's been striking up on the Hill, you know, much closer to home where we're all sitting right now, just how many Republicans are feeling a little queasy about this and are prepared to say so publicly. I mean, you've got even somebody like Josh Hawley saying this may not be the best idea. Why don't we get a plane that's built in the United States? The security implications of having a plane that the Qataris are given, the conflict of interest questions that might arise about American policy towards Qatar if Qatar gives this plane. But for the moment, the president reiterating on his Truth Social posts that this is what he wants. I'm trying to figure out, is this another sort of in the signal and noise bracket of the Trump administration? Right. Is this signal or is this noise? Is this a distraction from something else? Perhaps the distancing from Israel that may not go down so well on the Hill that David is talking about? I'm still trying to work that one out. For the moment, he's doubling down on it, but it's going to be in focus in Qatar, and clearly some of the Republicans not happy about it.
Well, you know, that's a question that we've been asking. Is this one of those things that, again, is it signal? Is it noise? Is it noise to distract from something else? Because especially when you consider Republicans are against it, the Wall Street Journal editorial page, the National Review, so many conservatives, some of the most conservatives against it. Also, of course, the intel community very concerned about the espionage threats there. It's just so again, that is the question that again, as Caddy asked, is this signal? Is this noise? Is this something that at the end he knows he's not going to be able to accept?
It may be one issue, whether it's a trolling noise or not, where Republicans find their voice a bit. Here they are talking about the plane.
This is a hypothetical, and I'm sure that if and when there is, it's no longer a hypothetical. I can assure you there will be plenty of scrutiny of whatever that arrangement might look like.
Are you concerned with the national security implications of that jet being given as a gift to the president?
Well, again, I mean, like I said, there'll be plenty of scrutiny. There are lots of issues around that I think will attract very serious questions if and when it happens.
Well, what I'm concerned is the safety of the president. I mean, Qatar's not, in my opinion, a great ally. I mean, they support Hamas. And so what I'm worried about is the safety of the president of the United States.
I'm even a little concerned about accepting a gift to the federal government that way. I mean, it's a very odd offer. Obviously, people just don't give you things without expecting something in return. And, you know, Qatar may be useful, but I wouldn't say they're our strongest ally.
When you get something of that value from a country, one typically thinks that there's something in it for the country that is offering it. So I think there's certainly a lot of questions.
I think we should have a big, beautiful plane built in the United States of America. The president's been very good on Make America, Buy America. We probably ought to pass a law that requires the federal government to buy everything from and in the United States of America. I think this would be a good opportunity to do that. And I can think of other things, and I bet the president can too, that Qatar can do to be helpful to us. If they'd like to be helpful, they could start by rooting out the Islamic radicalist terrorists.
that they fund, whether it's Hezbollah, whether it's Hamas, whether it's Islamic Jihad. We can go down the list, but Elizabeth, there's so many things that Republicans would naturally be against here in any normal times, and we're starting to hear actually some of it. You know, one is the fact that Hamas has been supported by Qatar for years now, and every other anti-Israeli terrorist group has been as well. So there's that problem. There's a problem of getting a Air Force One, potential Air Force One from any country. Like, this would be a problem if we were coming from France, let alone Qatar. And then finally, as Josh Hawley said there, the presidency and the Republican Party that is so dedicated to buying America, building America, at least they say they are, actually not even having the president fly around in a plane built by Americans.
Well, you know, can you imagine if this was Barack Obama wanting to accept a $400 million plane from Qatar. It just shows you how things have changed. I mean, you know, Democratic presidents, you know, and their aides have talked about going to Riyadh and going into the rooms and finding literally briefcases of jewels, of diamonds and emeralds and rubies. And the first thing they did was they turned them over to the person at the State Department so they would not accept them. It just shows you how things have changed under Donald Trump, and with his selling his meme coin. The trip to Saudi Arabia was, the first day was focused largely on business deals, on, you know, commercial diplomacy, not just diplomatic diplomacy. And I think that there are so many problems here. One of them is certainly the cost of retrofitting the plane. Basically, people have said you have to take the whole thing apart and build it again because you have to look for all of the bugging devices that clearly will be in. I mean, no country would. It's unimaginable that this wouldn't be a problem. So it just shows how things have changed. And I love that the Majority Leader John Thune is saying that, well, you know, it's still a hypothetical, not exactly a stirring opposition there from John Thune.
And to the point about the security concerns, aviation experts tell NBC News that it will cost $1 billion to retrofit the plane to give all the things you would need for a president to fly in it safely, and it may not even be finished before the end of Donald Trump's second term here. So may not ever end up being Air Force One. It might be something you could use later on. We'll see. During that speech yesterday in Saudi Arabia, the president also said he's willing to negotiate